Hi, in this video I actually want to talk about being self-critical and critical towards others. So why do we have this tendency to be self-critical or critical towards others actually? Well, from my perspective, I would actually look into the childhood, the upbringing, what kind of patterns did we see as a child from our paternal figures or maternal figures, from our caregivers. What was the main um, what was the main pattern when we actually did something wrong or or have misunderstood something and actually haven't succeeded, and we were maybe scolded, or maybe we were our attention were drawn in that part, uh, that we are not okay, so we are not it is not okay to just actually make mistakes. It is not okay to actually just learn by making mistakes, and we assimilate, I think, being a small child or a young adult. I would say that we still assimilate many of those patterns, and guess what? uh, we reproduce them, of course. We reproduce them in our daily lives, into our relationship. So the same relationship patterns gets activated when we actually have um have this type of scenario that, I did something wrong, or I didn't succeed in something, so I get to relive and reproduce that yeah, ominous moment, and why do we have this tendency to be critical towards others? Well, actually, I would say that from my perspective, it is relevant to just talk about this aspect of upbringing also. What kind of patterns did we actually um, saw, and what kind of patterns did we assimilate and internalized when growing up? And also, from my perspective, there are some interesting ideas and interesting views on criticizing somebody with the intention of hurting them, hurting his or her emotions. So intentional or hurting, intentional or unintentional, or maybe subconscious. So it is not known pattern that actually gets reactivated by hurting somebody, saying mean things, or saying or making that person feel that he or she is not adequate, he or she is bad, or um yeah, that scenario, that I'm the good one and you're the bad one. It can be actually, I would say that it can be generated by certain narcissistic traits. So people who have narcissistic traits, unconsciously, maybe they get to, yeah, reproduce, or um yeah, I would say reproduce these type of scenarios, where somebody is doing maybe something that this person does not approve, and he or she um, actually scolds the other person, or says mean things about his or her personality, about character, about, I don't know. So this type of relating, it can be bad. It can be bad in a sense that it is hurting, in general. It is hurting the other person, and um I would communicate like really efficiently, because these type of situations are harming, and I think with more a touch of a kindness, we can just navigate our relationship a bit better if we have the emotional capacity to do that. Okay, have a nice day and see you soon. Bye.